What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome again. Another installment of Chopping It Up. Fellas, how we doing today?
I'm good.
Nice.
Chilling.
Nice.
How's y'all weekends been?
Our weekend has been exhausting.
Pretty uneventful for me, except
Really?
I think Yonathan had some fun.
Nah.
How about you, Mom?
It was chill, man. I went up to like a Airbnb out in Cape Breton, which nobody knows where that is, but middle of nowhere to most people, but really cool spot. Saw some cool things, nature things. Yeah, man.
So you're away from everybody, not near the coronavirus.
Nah, man. I was like out in the wilderness, basically.
Is Corona bad up there?
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. The last 20 days, we haven't had one new case.
What?
Wow.
Is that all Canada?
The whole province, at least, like
Ontario.
yeah, like in Ontario, yeah.
That's still amazing. Wow.
Well, worse than what's happening here, man. We're going back down the hill.
Yeah,
Heard
I need to
about
go where
that.
you were at, man. It looked nice. What's the name of the place again?
It's Cape Breton.
Cape Brand.
Yeah, that water was the ocean,
Yeah,
the Atlantic Ocean.
it looked fat.
Are they mandating face masks up there? Like, do you have to wear face masks?
They're not mandating it. Are they mandating in Virginia?
Yeah, Virginia,
think
DC.
I see people wearing no mask all the time.
In stores and everything?
Yeah, I thought
Not as much as stores, but outside.
if you go to a store,
My cousins were just at the beach. I don't know which beach they went to, but they're like not a single person was wearing a mask.
Miami.
Nah, it was in Miami.
I know, right?
Actually, it should be lit for us though. Like at least in Nova, like 250 people are allowed in a social gathering. Phase 3, so we can do pretty much anything at that point. Like
Yeah,
hopefully we
just
still
back
like do caution. Like we all gotta have caution about it. 'Cause we don't know for sure.
They closed down the beaches in Miami. There are too many people getting lit.
Bro,
And getting that coronavirus that don't care.
bro, Florida niggas be different, bro. I don't know,
What did
like
you think was gonna happen?
they just be wilding.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard of Florida Man, right?
Florida, man.
Yeah.
You never heard of Florida Man?
The dude
So
that was
walking
eating
in the
people.
woman.
Florida Man does this. Florida Man does that. Every newsletter is Florida Man. You should watch Atlanta.
Every crazy
I knew I
video I
heard
see.
that from somewhere. I like it. All right, so we're gonna stop beating around the bush. Yonathan, what happened over the weekend, brother?
Yes. They've been hiding this from me for the past hour. I want to know. So
Now you build up anticipation for something that's not gonna meet it, But basically, what happened? We went out to Clarendon.
Mask, no mask.
I didn't have a mask. I ain't gonna lie,
Good
but we
Shame.
was socially distancing ourselves from other people.
Fair.
It's like a room. You have to stay in your table. You can't like walk around. So we just like had a few drinks. It was chill. It's my brother, my friends and shit. And we stepped from it. And Clarendon is like filled with like drunk ass white people just doing crazy shit. This is yelling on the street. So it's like we was walking. Walked to our car, and then someone came behind me, slapped me on my butt. I was like, "Whoa, hold up!" It was this drunk white dude like this. He tried to dab me up like this. I was like, "Bruh," I held him. It took like my whole spirit, not just to hit him at that right moment, but like I was like, I could tell how drunk he was. I was like, "Let me chill out." I'm like, "Bro, I don't know who you are, bro. You need to tighten up. Get the fuck out of here." And he was just like, "Oh man," he tried to dab me up. I was like, "I'm sorry, man. Hey, come with us." I'm like, "Bro, I don't know who you are." He was like, and his girlfriend's like, "Why are you inviting random people?" I'm looking at her like, "I don't want to go to your place. Like, I don't know you." But like, and
That trash bag wasted.
yeah, bro. And I was like, "Yo, this your boyfriend?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yo, he just slapped me in my butt. Like, what's wrong?" And he's like, "Oh, he did. You need to beat him up." It's like she looked at all of us just to beat him. Like, "Oh, y'all about to jump me?" He's like, "Ugh." I'm just looking at this dude. I'm looking at.
She is loyal as shit.
It's not worth it. You're not worth it, bro. So I was walking away, but one of our friends, Amon, this is what escalated the situation. He said, "Yo, take off that jersey." And like he said it aggressively too. And then the white dude's like, "Huh? Take off the jersey?" I was like, yo, what is wrong with this dude? He's like, make me take my jersey. Make me take my jersey. Then he started going like Hulk steroid frat boy. Ugh. I'm just like, all right, bro. This. Yeah.
What jersey was he wearing? What jersey? What jersey was it?
That's a good question. I think it was a Timberwolves jersey.
You sure it wasn't New York Knicks at number 7?
I'm just gonna say it's the Knicks.
That's right. Yeah. You see it, goddammit.
But yeah.
So he was doing that.
Then his black friend came up and like they tried to back us up from him and say, "Yo," it was like he's like, "Y'all not about to do nothing." I looked at him, shut up. He looked like one of those dorky white dudes with like, he got white socks on, white shoes. I started flaming him. I was like, "Yo, boy, you got white socks and white shoes on. Stop it." And then I said, "Hey, yo, get your friend and get out of here, bro. He's doing too much." And we walking away, and then the white friend is following us. The white dude's following us. Who's like the drunk guy, and we was like, "Yo, man, what you doing?" He's like, "Hey, man, fight me." I was like, "Yo, stop it!" Like, you know, I didn't say like calmly, but I was like angry. I was like, "Bro, I'm gonna piece you up if you like," because he was across the street and there was a light and he was gonna walk across the street. But I was like, "Bro, if you walk across the street, I'm dead ass. I stood in the middle street. I'm gonna knock you out." You know what I'm saying? And then he looked at it. He's like, and he didn't move with nothing. And then there was some black dudes came in that was walking on the same side and was like, they were trying to gas the situation. I was like, "Oh yeah, beat his ass, man. Beat his, still on him, man. Still on him." They literally wanted to jump in too. I was looking at him like, "Nah, bro, I'm good."
You would be doing the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of myself for, having a lot of self-control because I would say before, maybe a year or two ago, I probably would have just.
So moral of the story, if you're playing basketball with Yonathan, don't smack him in the ass.
Bro, it's not even that, bro. It's a random dude, drunk dude on the street. Like, hey, don't smack me in my ass, period. Don't ever do that. Yeah.
So random, though. Like, why would he even do that?
Yeah, it's just I was never even into that in like in sports.
Yeah, Lekan was talking about it too. Like, it'd be drunk white people be doing some weird ass shit. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
They be on some weirdo shit, bro.
Looking in sports, bro. Why don't you just pat the person on the back, like?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. Like you saying, why don't I do it? You're excusing me. Whoa.
Like, Lincoln, don't you?
But
the funniest thing is he just told that story, and we were playing earlier. This man smacked me in the butt after he scored on me.
No, but that wasn't even like. That was like this, a little tight like this. You know what I'm saying? That's sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude ran. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Yo, did you guys actually? This reminds me of. Did you guys see that Key and
Peele skit? Slap ass.
Slap ass.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Is it new?
No, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So would you say?
I'm trying to think if there's anything similar that happened to me like that. Because at JMU, stuff like that, like random drunk people would be doing the same thing.
That's a good question. What would y'all do in that situation? Would y'all just punch them in the face immediately, or would y'all just let it go?
Nah, I would let it go because like stuff like that happens.
You gotta remember, he's just like drunk like this. Like,
hold on,
he doesn't have his orientation together.
Did he smack or smack and grab? There's a difference.
That matters.
There's a difference.
Pretty sure he
I
just
almost don't want to know.
Yeah,
Get a nice grip.
Hey, bro, let's not go into like all that stupid. But like,
listen. If it was just
Did he make eye contact with you the entire time?
Did you jump up, Yonathan? Did you jump up? Were you like?
Gave a little pep in the step. I mean, hey.
Yeah, the only way I would have done something if he did the Terry Crews to you. If he did that Terry Crews, that whatever that guy who did that to him. Yeah,
no,
it's definitely worth fighting.
Terry Crews balls and all that shit. He did some extra.
That's
excessive.
I might let you get away with murder on that one.
That's a murder.
Regardless of age, regardless of where you're at, it doesn't matter. Just two piece, and he's out.
What a side of pride. What side of
y'all doing? Y'all stealing off? What happened? Are y'all just going?
Like me, I'm 30 now, man. There's a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna swing or punch, but I'm giving you a shove, a hard shove, so no one can say that, the typical, this angry black guy did this and this. Yeah. I'm saying, I pushed him off of me, but I'm pushing you through a fucking wall or something.
I just did like a nice,
you made a mistake.
Nice to the chest, like that's it. That's all I did. Like I didn't steal off from none of that stuff.
You know what's crazy? I knew a person. They got an actual fight, right? And they're both like fighting, and one guy hit the other. The other guy fell and hit the side of the curb, and he was basically almost dead, and the other guy almost caught a murder charge. And this man left the country because he didn't want to catch that charge.
Yeah, shit.
So
It's so easy for shit to elevate like that.
yeah. So
I've left the club one time and a fight broke out. You know, things popping off, and I seen dude gets knocked out. He's on the ground, and then you see this guy just coming full speed, jumps up as high as he can, and just trying to stomp his head down. And I'm looking. I'm just like that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to see because I'm just like, yo, he's gonna kill him. Like, there's nothing in my mind that was like, like he didn't just completely crush his skull in. I just saw that. It was just,
Unless I have to really
it's time to go. Like, that was hard to watch.
Unless I have to really protect myself, it's not no point to, get into
no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, imagine if you just pushed him. He's drunk, so he's not going to.
And his head.
And his head. It's, bro, man.
It's on me, yeah, definitely. So I'm saying.
So you got to be careful,
Definitely got to be careful. Bro,
and you're black on a white man?
It's just, and a lot of times it's just like it's what they said versus what you said, and if he had the numbers too, as far as like witnesses and people are rocking with his story, it doesn't even matter if he's drunk. They just be like, oh, he might have just shoved you. That's what the story's gonna happen. He accidentally walked behind you. You thought it was something else. You
always gonna get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And he has a white girl with him. That's basically truth in court.
As soon as she sobers up, I was frightened for my life.
He was hitting on me. He was hitting on me, and then
exactly.
He was hitting
tried to
on me.
back him up. Yeah.
Would you say that's your angriest moment, Yonathan? You got? Because you were still heated about it this morning.
Yeah, I was a little heated about it this morning, but now I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I don't know if it was my angriest. I've been angry a lot of times. So.
I've seen Yonathan mad.
Yeah.
Mad at you?
When you see me mad?
Huh?
When?
When was it? One time you were about to fight Abel, and he was going off. Yonathan, and they had to go in the car together, and they were just screaming. Yonathan was like, "Pull over right now, man. We can fight right now." In the middle of the car, like in the back seat, and we're about to get in an accident. And he set up the car, like, let's go.
We did it was in the parking lot.
Yeah, parking lot McDonald's. And there was people there like, oh yeah.
Do I know Abba? Wait a minute, that sounds familiar.
Well, who?
You Abba, what's his name? The dude that comes out to...
Yeah, he comes out a little bit sometimes. The tall, he's like 6'2", 6'3".
I think you definitely seen him.
But why were you guys fighting? What set it off?
Basketball.
Situation, I think
basketball.
It was definitely basketball. Right? It was like we was debating some basketball thing. I think it was Anthony Davis or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It was some dumb shit, honestly.
Was it that Anthony Davis is better than Steph Curry?
Nah, it wasn't. I think it was like
his unibrow does not connect.
I was going to Melo.
Yes, it does.
But the funniest part is that Yonathan threw a drink at him, right? And they were like kind of far apart. And then Yonathan tried to attack him after, and he slipped on his own drink when he was going for a punch.
Both were
not going for a punch, like trying to attack him.
Both were slipping on our own drink from the joint. Like that drink was slipping us up the whole time. That's why we didn't hit each other. That drink actually saved the situation.
If it wasn't for the drink, yeah.
Was it like alcohol or Coke?
No, it was like some McDonald's. Some.
And you guys were fully sober.
I have like the funniest picture of this whole incident in my head, man. Just like cartoon, just slipping, trying to swing it, falling the entire time. Oh man.
2015.
Oh, another time I got into a fight in Amsterdam. Man, I'm not trying to paint myself a person that get fights a lot, but this is what happened. I got into this one joint.
Actual Amsterdam or
Amsterdam is like a bar, it's a club in DC. And like
I thought you went to it.
That's what I thought the first time I heard the story. I was like,
yeah, it's in DC. And like this dude, we was walking into the bar, like, and we was with a couple other friends. They were already on the other side of the bar, so we're trying to like get through the crowd. In Amsterdam, niggas posted up, really aggressive, like, you know what I'm saying? If you step on someone's shoes, something can pop up. That type of bar. And there was this dude, like, he had a Henny bottle, and he had a girl right here, and he was just like, yeah, baby, yeah. He's just doing the most, is like, in a twerk, whatever. I was like, I'm trying to get by, like, and he shoves Philmon, one of our friends. He shoves him, and then he shoves my other friend, Bossy, also. And then I was like, yo, man, chill out. And we was like, yo, chill out. He's like, man, y'all some bitches, all y'all. He was cursing us out, right? And then I was like, yo, man, chill. You doing the most. And he got up, like, he stood tall. He was like 6'4", 6'5", and he stood in front of me. So I was like, bruh, he's about to swing on me any moment. So I hit him preemptively in his chin and backed him up a little bit. And then we all got.
I had a $5 word in the fight. Like, I'll beat you with your mind and my fist, motherfucker.
Continue. Continue.
Yeah, and then we got separated. He tried to like find me and shit, but like we was downstairs, and then he tried to get a bunch of his boys, but he actually hit one of my friends on accident. I think he thought it was me or something like that. And he hit one of my friends, or his friend hit one of my friends, like, because he called him. I was like, yo, trying to. Like, I don't know if he thought he was getting jumped or whatever, because I'm the only person that hit him. I don't know how he can thought he was getting jumped, but like, and yeah, he was doing the most. And then he got hit, and I was like, damn, my bad. Later when I saw him that night, I was like, my bad, bro, you got hit. But like, that was just a crazy situation.
Who got hit? Belmont?
Nah, it was actually Carabelle.
Oh, you said T.
That was hilarious, man. That was a funny night. Even though it ended early, it was a funny night. We was just geeking all night about it.
And honestly, like in a situation like that, when somebody just, when somebody steps to you, there is no, all right, you swing first. I can't stand this, like, I don't condone violence or nothing, but this new, like, generation where everyone's doing, like, sizing each other up and leaning on each other and Eskimo kissing and shit. That. No, you swing first. Oh, no, I'm going to Eskimo kiss you first and you swing first. Like, that alone is going to make me want to break somebody's jaw. Like, don't lean up on me if I'm already pissed.
People get sued out here, man.
Shit, you be all right.
But it's also an unwritten rule that people do that, and then both sides kind of expect nothing's going to happen, but let me just show that I'm not backing up. Like, I'm keeping my stance. I'm, like, right next to you. I'm willing to fight, and if we don't fight, it's all good. We're both tough.
Russell Westbrook.
But yeah, Russell Westbrook type. But Yonathan messed up where the guy just wanted to be tough. He's going to give Yonathan his time to shine too, but...
Ooh, which one?
Preemptive. This last guy you're talking about.
6'5" with a beard, like over me. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, dude might have a strap on him. He might have a knife. I don't know what he's about. I'm supposed to. I'm sorry, sir.
They don't check.
No, they don't.
You know how
check
easy it is to sneak into a club with
anything? They don't pat you down really. It's just like it's light, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, they're basically like, all right, go ahead.
What they got in there?
Yonathan did the calculations, and he said, if I don't swing now, it ain't any good.
Yeah, bro. What the heck? I'm like, dude's like tall as fuck. I'm looking up, and I'm like, I'm not a short dude.
He's probably slicing it. He's probably a little taller than him, but in that moment, he's.
I'm not gassing it, bro. I'm not gassing. He was tall as shit.
It's almost my height.
Because I know how tall he was. Because when I punched him, I had to punch up like this. That's how tall.
More than 6'5".
Yeah. He
might be more than 6'5". I don't know, bro. But he was OC.
And if in a few years, this man's gonna be as tall as Bobbin or whatever his name is.
Boban,
yeah, he's gonna be Boban height.
Nah, he didn't. That ain't grown ass. He got a beard this big, bro. I had to go through the beard like this.
Bob and weave through it, man. Bob and weave.
Anybody got more angrier than that?
Oh yeah, y'all tell some stories, man. Y'all make me look like I'm a crazy person here.
Peace and love for everyone.
my story's not as good as that, but like I was thinking of like an angry time. It might have been when I was like in ninth going on 10th in the summer. I broke my nose. Playing basketball. I was driving in. One of my friends was playing D, and someone pushed him from behind, and he overreacted and ran at me while I was driving in, and then just like busted my nose. I got knocked out for like a good 2 seconds or whatever. I woke up, blood just gushing everywhere. You can actually still see the mark right here. I don't know if you can see it right there. Yep.
Ball is life.
Ball is life. So, I'm so dark, bro. Look at this. See it now?
Oh, I can see. I see it now.
I don't want to hear shit about that, brother.
That's the donkey, right?
Yeah, exactly. But like,
remember I was there too. Like, you was bleeding like bad. I was like, I had to call.
Bro, he was cool, man.
Yo, you gonna die? I don't know what to tell you.
took me to the bathroom, washed it up. But then as I was washing it up, I saw how deep it was.
Wait, he took you to the bathroom and washed it up?
No, he took me to the bathroom and I washed it up. But then as I was washing it up, I saw how freaking deep it was. I was like, damn. So I could see the bone. So
What
after
did-
that,
What did he hit you with? Hit you with an
his
elbow?
forehead, bro.
For you, that West
Yeah,
African strength is different, bro.
His forehead, man. Listen, I've seen basketballs going full speed, like you just let it go, and they're trying to hit him and hurt him, and it hit his forehead and just fall on the floor, like, and he's not fazed by it. So just imagine that coming full speed at me. That's tough.
Let me tell you.
That was tough. But that I didn't get mad about that, right? That was cool. Like, it happens. It's a part of the game. Like, you risk injury just playing the game. But like, I get better. It takes me like maybe I don't play basketball for like a month. No, I play, but I just don't play like an actual game for a month, right? Because I'm not trying to get hit again. It's still tender. And then finally, when I'm like, all right, it's still fucking tender, but like, I'm gonna go out and just play because I really want to play. Went out to Ramsey. Played this 3-on-3 game. I thought it'd be light. This tall 6'7". This is no lie. It's not a Yonathan 6'7". It's an actual true 6'7". strong West African dude. Like, I'm talking about like strong. Is guarding me, right? And I'm trying to watch out for him. Because I know he's like reckless. He's just trying to use he has no skill. He's just using his power, right? So then I usually never switch out on people like that. But I had to switch out because I was like, I'm not trying to get messed up. But someone said a pick. Long story short, I'm next to him again. He elbows me with the people's elbow. That's the Rock's move, right? Yeah. He hits me with the people's elbow right in my nose. It didn't even heal yet. It's not perfectly healed. It hurts by me just touching it. Hits me with a nice elbow right to the nose. I remember I just started running, right? You know how like you feel so much pain? Yeah, you just have to start running?
When I hit something,
I try to run it off. There's tears coming down my eyes. I'm running it off. Finally, when I come back to the court, because I'm like, I'm just going to stick around, take my basketball, leave, because they're playing my ball, right? He looks at me and says, "You're soft." Man, I was so heated. If he wasn't 6'7", if he was 6'5", I would have beat the heck out of him or tried.
2 inches.
Bro, that is
all I'm saying is I wouldn't have been able to hit his face. I just want if I was within reach of his face, man, I would have done something. I was so angry. Like that's not my most angry moment probably, but like that I can think of in recent memory. Yeah, I was heated, man.
That's why you need to keep a baseball bat in your trunk. Go right across that kneecap.
Yo, Mahat,
I had to use it.
When you said you were running away, I just imagined like Friday when what's his name got the rocks.
I can just imagine Mahat's face also a way to do that.
The thing is though, I've seen Mahat do that, like just run it off a little bit, like way back in the day in the gym. And I've seen him get hurt. I think it was like your wrist or your shoulder or something. You just held your arm and you just a couple like 2 laps around. And we just watch him just go around. Just like, all right, that's 1. That's 2. Okay, he's slowing down. All right, he's good. Check up.
Yeah, I'll still play. Like,
yeah, you just need a minute.
As long as I'm running, it's like that. All that adrenaline and all that is just going through my body. I'm like, I'm fine. Even if I twist my ankle, like as long as you tighten up your shoes and just keep playing, I'll be fine.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to stay on. Yeah.
Yo, no,
yeah.
Remember,
that's.
Remember the gun story with the dude that had a gun at Falls Church, right? At one time, like he pulled out a gun there. Was you there that day?
Yeah, he pulled out a gun?
Yeah.
Or it was a fake gun?
To me or him?
He pulled up to me with a gun. Like we was at Falls Church Rec, right? And we was hooping. And like these some new dudes that came around, like they don't usually hoop at Falls Church Rec at the time. So it was like, and it was like come in talking trash. It was winning some games and stuff. And we decided to play like a full court game. We played a full court game, and one of the dudes was like face guarding me the whole time, like annoyingly, like and like he was just like looking me straight. I'm like, bro, chill out, bro. Like he just face guarding me. I don't even have the ball, so like I had to get I got the ball, got a bucket, right? You know what I'm saying? And I start talking a little trash, like, hey, I'm saying you can't guard me, type shit. You can't guard me. I'm keeping it, not like cursing or like going at him.
Yeah, just basketball shit talking.
Keeping it basketball.
Part of the game.
And he just getting angry. He's getting heated, man. Fuck you. He's like cursing and stuff. And I'm just talking back like, yeah, get a bucket. I'm like, yeah, what's up? You know, I'm just, you know, we going at it. He's not good offensively. He's only good. I'm not gonna fake. He's a good defender because he just like does the most. But he kind of fouls a lot. You know, he played that like hood. He played like that jail basketball type shit the most. Like, but
dreads. You got dreads?
nah, bro. The dude, he
What
looked.
does that got to do with it?
From my
It's crazy though, bro.
experience.
Seen some shit, bro. I was just like, I should chill out, but I don't know. I was just getting too like in the moment, so I was talking about shit. And at the end, we went to the bleachers, and he was like, "Yeah, for that dude that talking, he went in his bag and said, yeah, I got something for you," type shit. I was like, huh?
For that dude talking, I got something for you.
Yeah, he was on that side of the bleachers, and he was passing around his gun, showing everybody. I'm looking at like, time to go. So I'm getting my shit ready, right? And I'm stepping out, and everyone's stepping out around the same time. And I don't know if the dude got vision problems because it was outside, it was dark outside, and he was looking around. He's like, yeah, where you at? He had the gun like right here. And I was literally right in front of him. There was only like a person right here. But his Asian friend had to call him, and I'm like, yo, man, chill out, man. Chill out. Please, man, chill out. He's doing the most. And he's looking at me. He was looking over me. I was like, I think he was short-sighted or some shit. I got saved in that moment.
Why were you staying?
Wait, why are you next to him?
Yeah.
How are you messing with so many people that are so much bigger than you, first of all? Everyone is so much bigger than you, and you're like 6'1".
No. He's not bigger than me. He's looking around because he couldn't see type shit. Like,
I thought he like literally looked over you. Like, if someone's that big, even I'm like.
going against giants everywhere. Like,
yeah.
But, yeah, I got saved in that moment for that situation. But that was crazy. Like, thank God.
Were you trying to confront him? Were you trying to like go at him?
Yeah, why were you still by him? I would have like gone to my car.
I wasn't by him. I was backed up a little bit, but there was like everyone's kind of backing up around the same time, so it kind of clears me up. You know, it was weird.
Everybody's like, nah, that's that fool right there.
Yeah, it was like,
yeah, I've been in situations.
Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I was doing the most. I should have just like waited till you left the area, but we all just because the gym was closed, so I didn't know what to do. Like, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would have begged him to stay. Like, yo, please.
I didn't know I thought he was just flexing too. I didn't think he was gonna do anything. Like, literally, police station right there across the street. I'm like, what you gotta do? So
like that,
I was
man.
thinking, but like the dude seemed kind of unstable. Thank God he was short-sighted. I got saved in that situation.
That's why I don't talk on the basketball court, man. I talk around y'all, and I get in y'all head. But like people I don't know, man,
Never get in my head.
Come out with a W.
I do be. I know I get in Mahad's head. I know I get in Felmon's head.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not mine.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not mine.
Mahad.
mental toughness. Mental toughness.
If you ever want to get in Mahad's head, just tell him the kids say he can't dribble.
Yeah, but sometimes you get moments you be getting like kind of scared on the court. You like you don't want to even touch the ball. Like
Scared.
Yeah,
mental toughness. But I won't lie. The kids said he can't dribble. It kind of gets me sometimes. But that's not you. That's the kids. Because we were on a basketball.
He said, "I knock them little kids out. Y'all my boys, but I'm fucking with them little rugrats up."
We were on the court, and these kids were like, I was playing full court, and the kids were like, he can't dribble. As soon as they said that, I started losing the ball. I was like, what kind of superpower do they have?
Remember Space Jam when they're stealing their powers? And
they literally stole my powers. Man. I was like, dang, my dribbling is all gone now.
Oh, the pressure.
Yeah,
but if you say that to Mahad, man, he starts doubting himself.
Can't dribble.
Oh, next time we hoop, just bring in like a little classic school children. Just have them watching.
Who needs to dribble when you got this?
At the bank shot.
The bank shot in range. Too.
Okay, going back to angriest moments. Anybody got anything top those two?
I have angry moments, but like I try to. I've always tried to make sure that I keep it chill because, one, like, I grew up boxing and, martial arts for, like, years. So, like, even in school growing up, I was always that dude. Like, if there was a fight going on, I was, and especially being so big, if you turn down a fight, everyone automatically thinks you're scared, thinks you're a chump, whatever. But it's like, there's kids that, that get in school fights and they get into a fight, they might get suspended or, slap on the wrist or whatever. But, for a lot of people that know me, like for me being so big and like with my background, I know what I can do. If I was a kid, I used to, like in junior high, like I was already like 6 feet tall, doing boxing and, martial arts, after getting my black belt, like sparring with adults, and like I know like, if I get in a fight with a kid, it's going to be a bloodbath. So it's just like there's such a like at a young age, I really had to learn like chill out. So I mean,
the big black man, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's just, and plus when I get mad, I just kind of like it still happens, but I'll just snap.
If you ever fought Yonathan, you'd be 6'7", man.
I'll get that 6'7" I was supposed to get. The doctors all said, and just
right hand. I don't know.
Next time I see John, I'm just gonna start like in the twerk on and just bump into him, just see what he does.
Like, hey, I got a funny story similar to whose story?
I've seen you fight before on the court.
Oh, I forgot about that day.
Yeah, tell about that story.
Hey.
So this is like my childhood best friend growing up, like Mahadi. We always balled together, like my boy. And what happened? But he talks so much trash. Like he's like one of the most annoying kids, but not to me. Like Yonathan knows that this guy just talks. He's crazy. One of the craziest dudes I ever met. And
have we ever played him?
Probably way back in the day. He's like short Moroccan.
Okay.
But what happened? But when we play against each other, we know each other's games, and he gets in my head like pretty easily. So he got in my head, and the way he plays defense, how those people who play defense is like they lean on you like this.
I hate that.
Like when they're driving, you're like, I was like, yo, that's a foul, it's a foul. And they're like, oh no, he's short, don't worry, like don't be soft, like just because I'm bigger, a foul's a foul. Like I don't care if I'm 5'.
Nah.
Just a quick little intermission. Yes, I cannot stand that. We'll get back into that later. Go ahead.
But and then so next time he's boxing me out, he yelled at me. I threw him on the ground, like threw him, and then he punched me, but I didn't feel it. And then
are you sure? Because it looked like it just took the soul out of your body. He punched me.
No, I'm trying to think.
Wait.
I literally forgot about
his punch. His punch didn't. You didn't feel his punch.
I've never seen a grown man so just in straight terror.
4 years ago, bro. This is 4 years ago.
That's a whoop me.
And then
wait,
never again as I go run.
How did you not feel his punch, but the fouls you can't take?
By then, it might be. Oh yeah, true.
When I'm adrenaline, like when I'm having adrenaline, like I can't. You can do anything, bro. Like I'm not gonna feel it.
It was
during the game.
Punch them. There's some talk before the punch, so
yeah. And then
they're pushing each other. I saw you.
We going. I got hands, bro. He was bleeding. Come on, man. Don't disrespect me.
I thought you had a little something.
He punched me.
We were going at it.
Yeah, y'all swinging. We had to break that up. I'm like, yo, wow.
It was so funny because like none of y'all broke it up for the first like 30 seconds.
Yeah, we let y'all swing around.
I was looking waiting like.
It's like, what's going on? I was like, okay. And like, let them swing a little bit, and then all right.
Yeah, nobody came. I was like, I didn't want to hurt him.
It's good, y'all.
I actually was there that day. To my defense, I was sitting very far away from you guys. It took me about 30 seconds to get there.
Yeah. I was far away too, buddy. I was like, yeah.
Nahum was out there waiting for that bell to ring. He's like,
no, y'all was spaced out. Y'all looked like you actually. It wasn't like y'all just swinging. I was like, y'all was like,
For real. It probably felt like 30 seconds to you. It wasn't more than 10. By the time I got there,
yeah, bro. I was like knocked out.
Like that. Moment, it feels like a long time. Like when you're in a fight, like when adrenaline rushing, it's like everything kind of slows down in a way. Like you're like,
yeah, we fought multiple times, but yeah. Go ahead.
You sure this is your best friend? I was gonna say that actually reminded me though. I'm not gonna get into the whole thing, but like getting into the whole adrenaline thing, like I completely forgot when I was younger in high school. I got stabbed in a fight, and it was just one of those situations. I didn't even realize it until, like, we had this dude just kept on, bugging me about slap boxing. And honestly, I was just trying to, like, talk to some girl. And this was, like, one day after school, it was like a little pregame, whatever, before a party later on. She's like, yo, can you just do it before, so you can just leave us alone? So I was like, all right, we slap box, I win. And he was, I'm doing Yonathan. He was about like 7'9", maybe like 250, all muscle. But he was taller than me. But I felt bad because it was in front of everybody, so I go up to dap him up, whatever. And then he comes around and just boxed the shit out of my ear. And at that point, that's what I was talking about. Like I'll just snap. So like I hit him, boom, he goes down. I'm on top. I get like 2 hits. Next thing you know, It's all you see, all you heard, just going up. I kind of took it right in the arm real quick, backed up, started squaring up. He gets up, and then I can't feel anything. And the girl that, I was trying to talk to starts screaming. I trying to look over to her like, "What the fuck you yelling for? I'm in the middle of something." And then just, I see everybody just looking, just kind of, I just had blood just dripping down my arm. And then once I saw it, then I was like, okay, yeah, it's
when you see it, it's like, oh shoot.
It's like, all right, this definitely hurts.
Yeah, because pain is mental, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Afterwards.
Why did he want to slap box you?
It was, I remember there was a party going on that day. It was a dude, his name was Jay. He was in the neighborhood that we were at, and a bunch of people rode our bus home. And one of my boys, Trevor, he had, the place to himself for the weekend or whatever. So he just told, hey, everybody just come through and just sort of, pregame at my spot until Jay's party right down the street later on tonight. And, they were slap boxing. When they got off the bus, he was beating everybody. He was, a big kid, beating everybody.
This is the origin of all fights, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's that's another reason why I knew. I was like, I'm good. I got nothing to prove. I know, I already know what I can do.
Yeah.
But he just bugging. All right, try to be cool, and just didn't end well. And the funny thing is, too, this was right after we moved to Virginia, and this was, we moved here for, a better life, get away from all the crime, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Come here a couple months later, boom, get stabbed. What kind of shit is that?
You went to, you got stitches, you got...
Nah, actually, I never told my mom. I was more pissed that I just, I didn't go to the party that night just because it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And our neighborhood that we were in, it was called Independence. It was pretty brand new at the time. So there was a bunch of houses that just weren't finished. So I think I told her, I was like, I fell on a nail or something like that, messing around on the houses. I didn't want to tell her because mother, when she's mad, she'll make a phone call and go looking for him.
Yeah.
But
she knows now. She'll
find, yeah. The next coming up episode.
Yeah, dude. I had a similar situation, but it was actually it wasn't similar at all. I was way younger. I was probably in 4th grade, and we were playing we're playing cops and robbers, and then we're in some kind of storage unit or whatever. Yeah, you never played cops and robbers?
Not at school.
Not at school. This is after school.
I did that growing up, yeah, as a kid.
Yeah, so basically, I guess I was the cop, but then I thought I found homeboy in a storage unit. I was like, I got you, and pretty much when you get them, you kind of actually for real, think about it. Cops and robbers is basically what happens on the streets. The cop is supposed to kind of beat up the robber and then take him to jail.
I never thought about it like that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I never thought about that. But basically I was trying to get him and he was squirming around, trying to run away. And then he stepped on something, which was a crib, a baby crib, but it was had a jagged edge to it. Sliced me right here in my eyebrow, cut me really deep. And then, but I didn't feel it though. I didn't feel pain. I just look around. All my friends are like, you should go home. I'm like, what? You should go home. I go home, try not to look at my mom, go to the mirror. I'm like, oh, damn. deep cut. So I told her I ran into a tree or something. I didn't want to tell her what I was doing.
If I was a parent, I think I might be more upset about my kid is clumsy as hell. What's going on with my screen here?
I got one more funny story. So Ultra Bar in DC, right? Went there. It's the only place that allows 18-year-olds. So I went there.
Did you say Ultra Bar? That's still around?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they reopened it. I don't know. But
For a while.
What happened?
You said it's been a while for Ultra Bar? You been there before?
I went to Ultra Bar back when I was 18 and I can't get into 21 up.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
So
that's a minute. Good Lord.
So
I've moved so many times. Go ahead, my bad.
I went there, and as I'm leaving, the girl was like, watch out, there's cops. And I'm like, chill out, shorty. And she's like, what'd you say to me? And she was going off. I just said, chill out, shorty. And she's going off me. You weren't doing this, you ugly. And then I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna touch you. She's like, all right, let's fight. I'm like, no, there's a cop right there. And then I'm like, I was scared, so I told all the people like next on the side, like if, I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna touch her. Like, I'm not touching her. The guy's like, you being a little bitch. I'm like, they were like hood dudes. They were hood dudes. I'm like,
you gotta make sure you.
I was just trying to find witnesses. Yeah, and then I just went all the way down the street. I just kept on walking. She was following me, but I just ended up like, losing her. But there was a cop right there. But yeah.
Yeah, don't hit females. Don't hit
Yeah,
Never.
ever. But yeah, like situation like that, it's like a cop sees it. It's like, yo, come on, like step in and tell her to get the fuck out of here, because not every dude is gonna be a cool dude. Like there's some dudes that will not hesitate.
The most, bro.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, that's another thing too. You can't like you said, no man should ever touch. Yeah.
Yeah,
ladies, you can't assume that a man is just gonna abide by the code, by the rules.
Yeah,
sure. You can't assume that.
Yeah, I wasn't mad, but like it's a funny story though.
Yeah. Good thing you did the right thing, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We be talking to
rule of thumb for all these stories, like treat others as you like to be treated. Don't hit anybody.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
All our viewers out there.
But viewers also, if someone crosses the boundaries, feel free to do what you got to do.
Feel to defend yourself. Yeah. Use some hands. Bob and weave.
Speaking of big black men, no homo.
That's very homo, but okay.
I said no homo. It's not homo.
That's the way you said it. Like, why you gotta say speaking of?
Because
segue.
Segue, yeah. Colin Kaepernick. Not Colin Kaepernick. Cam Newton. Cam Newton. Y'all hear he just got signed by the Patriots?
Yeah. All right. Well,
Bill Belichick strikes again.
Yeah. I mean, it's about time. Like this man. He's been out on the market. He's been the best quarterback out there on the market for a long time now.
Yep.
At the time, man. I being a Giants fan in New York, I was kind of born to hate, the Pats and everything, but I respect the hell out of Belichick. Well, I don't know, that whole cheating thing and everything.
No, I respect the craft, because people are calling him out saying like he's like kind of racist or something like that back in the day, and now like I think he made a couple of donations, all that stuff, and I don't know. Most New England Patriots fans, most New England Patriots fans are like kind of like racist, not racist, but
Boston area.
The New England area is definitely.
And for him to sign Cam Newton, it's like.
Well,
he knows where the money's at. It's a black sport. Yeah, it's
just
like
just because
Tom Brady and Cam Newton.
Meek Mill gave him a championship call, it doesn't mean he's not racist.
Oh no, I didn't say he's not racist. I'm just saying I meant to say like Boston, Tom Brady like was a quarterback, mostly conservative, and a black quarterback coming to that area.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't see anything?
But, nah, because who else are you going to sign? There's nobody literally out there. Cam Newton is the best thing out there.
Yeah.
Better than Colin Kaepernick, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, aesthetically, I can see like how it could be like you're doing it because is it maybe an image rebranding? I don't know, but it'd be interesting to see like if Cam Newton can just step in and like make the Patriots elite and like keep up what Brady does, or if Brady was the bigger piece in the puzzle with Belichick, like who's to like be credited more for the championships?
I think
exactly.
I think it's Belichick because the years Brady's got hurt, they were still winning 10 plus games and making the. They may have missed the playoffs one year. They still won 10 games that year though. But
in the Super Bowl,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's
Super Bowl. If the Patriots win the Super Bowl or go to the Super Bowl again, it shows that it's all Belichick.
Definitely.
Yeah, facts. Does that make Tom Brady any less of the GOAT though? I mean, he still won 5. Was it 5 Super Bowls now?
6, I think.
I think it does. I think it brings him. I mean, he's still the GOAT, but like it brings him down to earth a little, right?
Who did he lose to in the Super Bowl?
He lost to the Giants twice.
He loses to
one time.
No. Let's don't answer that question.
And the Eagles
got me there.
He loses to the NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
He loses to the NFC East.
Oh wow, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. But well, Eli Manning twice. But
yeah,
I mean that's the Patriot killer.
I
don't like him, but fuck it, he got.
You don't like Eli? I love
He
Eli.
always looks like he's about to cry. I can't. He always has that look on his face. They really want to hit me? I need a tougher quarterback, man. Like,
I mean,
he did his thing and a little bit here and there. It's
You got Payne over Eli.
yeah. Well, I don't honestly because of their seeing their political views and how they've been handling things lately. I was a big Peyton fan, but
That changes things sometimes.
yeah.
A story came out yesterday. Peyton Manning was about to come to the Redskins in 2012 instead of the Broncos.
oh yeah, they've been saying that. With he had a big with Mike Shanahan. He had like a good relationship. But he did better for himself by going to Denver.
No,
there.
I think he won a Super Bowl here.
Nah,
for sure. 2012, we went to the playoffs with RG3.
Bro, our organization is trash, man.
I got belief.
You're still young. All the beliefs have been beaten out of me. But what's the name? Tom Brady was in like the Players Association, the NFL Players Association. They were like, stop having like little mini camps with other players. Like he's getting players to come throw footballs around with him. They're like, stop. And Tom was like, no, he's still doing it. He's going out there because of the coronavirus.
Brady's been doing that for months. He's been working out. He got kicked out of a park once, and he's still going. I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how I feel about that.
If he was in like a state that wasn't doing as bad, I could understand it. But like Florida is going crazy right now. And to be out there like ignoring the rules, and you're Tom Brady, where everybody looks up to you.
But everyone's ignoring the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
that's true.
There's a difference between you ignoring the rules and Tom Brady ignoring the rules, right?
But even other
it's so hard though because it's like at the end of the day, the man's got a job to do. It's like, are you really gonna be like, all right, I'm getting near the end of my career, new team. I'm not gonna get this practice in just because.
We're talking about practice.
You got something to prove. You got something.
I like it.
Yeah, Tom Brady's one of the most. He's one of the most competitive people. Like I know for sure. He's like 43 too. His career's on fire.
Y'all don't want me? Bet. Let's do it. Like.
Yeah, but if he's the GOAT, what's practice to a GOAT?
The GOAT.
It's everything.
I'm the GOAT.
Sometimes that's how you become a GOAT. Sometimes it's practice, bro.
There you go.
True, but
dedication, hard work.
This man's had 20 plus years of practice.
He's not known for athleticism and stuff. He has to constantly be like sharpen his mind and sharpen his tools because that's the only thing that gives him an advantage. His mind and like his ability to like pass in the pocket. It's not like him running around and working on his body. I feel like as much,
Yeah, but like it's I don't know. It sets a bad example, especially in Florida when everybody they had like a little meeting, like a city hall meeting, and there are people out there talking crazy about masks are killing people and things like that. And I don't know if y'all saw that video, but like there are some crazy people out there. Like
I saw it.
Yeah, they're like masks are killing people. You guys are the work of the devil and things like that.
It's like slavery.
Yeah, it's like slavery.
Okay, gotcha.
Yo, I got some questions about this. So, like, I saw this, I don't know how true this is, but I heard that, like, about 60 to 70% of people in the next, like, year are going to get COVID-19. I don't know if those numbers are true, but, like, if this thing becomes, like, something common like the flu, right, we're not going to run away from it forever, right? Right now, the purpose of all this, like, social distancing and all that is just to like limit the amount of people who are going to the hospitals and taking those ICU beds and taking up those hospital beds so the system doesn't get overloaded, right?
Right. Yeah. Right.
So,
but
I mean,
the only way you get over it is if everybody gets it, and that means a lot of people dying, or if they find a cure. And
I hope they find a cure because I heard like right now it's kind of looking like the best case scenario would be like a vaccine, like the flu vaccine that you have to take every year.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, if you get it, you get the antibodies, right? And you're good, right? Unless it changes the strain.
Unless it changes like the flu, like the flu changes every year, right?
Right.
But they're saying that there's like a new, strain that's already out. I don't know. I've been hearing that, off and on. That every once in a while I hear, no, it's not. And I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know what's real right now. I don't know.
You hear so much stuff about different things and all that stuff. So like, I just don't pay attention to it as much.
I don't know, man. We're part of that age is like nothing's going to hurt me, so I don't care. But like, if you're going back to families who have older people,
Yeah,
that's the tough part.
Yeah.
And
that is true. That is true. I've been hearing that from people. They're like, yo, I would do this and that, but I got older family members or some people who are sick that I'm
You
going
gotta
to
be
visit.
mindful
So
of the situation in your life.
Mhm.
Like with older people, yeah. I mean, if you come back to your crib by yourself, I think that's different. Or you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
I mean, at the same time, none of us are by ourselves, bro. Unless you just stay at home all day and play video games, like you're gonna have contact with it. Looking like you know.
I got like a little. I got a Division II group date going on later after this.
Yeah, I need to start playing that game, bro. Like I don't be playing computers like that.
Okay.
Division
game?
II. Division II.
2?
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't even know.
Yeah, the one of the Tom Clancy's. I beat the game a long time ago, and I got what is that? The newer one, Breakpoint, and started playing that, and it's not as good. And
How's it
I
online?
just
Is the online nice? Like,
yeah, it's nice, real good. Y'all better get with it.
I don't know how y'all be doing two thumbs, man. I tell my thumb they both go this way. I can't.
How do you play?
I can only play
A
sports.
question I was about to ask, but a real suspect. Do you play? Do you play with yourself? Do you play Xbox and PlayStation? Like, do you ever use them?
Yeah, but I only play like video sports games. You don't always have to use two thumbs at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know how to play like Modern Warfare or Call of Duty or things like that.
Yeah, never played
get that.
Like the aim for me, like hitting the person, like I just always be fucking up with the aim, like
Right.
especially from long distance. That shit. People be getting.
It takes practice.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm like, it's like it takes a lot of practice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember when Black Ops 3 came out. Like I made it like a mission to be good because I think like one of my coworkers, it wasn't fun playing with him. He was just a monster. And he was like, "Yo, I'm going online now." I'm like, "All right, cool, dead."
You know what's kind of crazy?
Dead.
You know what's kind of crazy? Like e-games, like is becoming like a real thing. Like sports, like I mean, like video games as like esports, and like even like they have so many different types of like gaming communities that making like a shit ton of money, bro. Like the purse is huge.
The 2K league.
2K
man.
league,
Oh,
Fortnite,
I saw a draft for that.
like
Yeah.
tell your kids not to play.
I saw it's like a 2K draft or something.
Right, there was. I know the Wizards owner. He owns a team that's part of the 2K league, and a lot of NBA players do that. Yeah.
What if your son?
Yo, I'll tell you the truth. I think it might be harder to be like a really, really good player in that 2K draft than it is to be in the NBA draft. Because the amount of people who play 2K, in order for you to be the elites out of the people who play 2K versus the people who play basketball, there's more people play those games.
There's a lot of people that play basketball. There wouldn't be no 2K without basketball.
No, but like I get what he's saying because like basketball, there's a cutoff. Like there's automatic exclusion. Like myself, you're not making the NBA, so you're already out of it.
So if you got two of these thumbs, shoot,
you got a chance. Very true.
You're up for it.
So
I used to.
Go ahead, what you saying?
I was just gonna say I used to have an old manager that used to be a professional gamer, and 2K was one of his games.
I would do that for a living. That'd be dope. What if your son told you like, I want to invest my time into gaming? Like that's what I want to spend. I don't want to go to college. I want to just become a gamer. Like how would you?
First of all, we gotta play because if you're not blowing me out by like a huge margin and like open this book up and read some anything, I just smart enough.
But still, like like Maha said, the percentages is crazy. Like to actually make it in.
Yeah.
I guess More
are you sure you don't want to pick up a basketball? not that it's gonna be easy, but it might be a little easier.
Yeah.
Well, they're not giving out any scholarship for esports, right?
True, but they are giving out a lot of prize money.
Maybe.
Giving out lots of prize money.
Bro, next
dedication, the amount of time that people put into video games, like there's people who literally die playing this stuff.
Bro, next step is gonna be schooling. Like they're gonna put it in schools like gaming.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, bro. If it becomes $1 billion industry, that means there's a market for it. That's capitalism.
Yeah, people are gonna watch it though.
Bruh, yes.
People are watching now.
People Twitch. Like you know how many kids sit around this watch people play video games? Bro, that's just a huge market, man. Y'all underestimating it for sure. That shit's crazy.
I don't understand how people sit there and watch other people play video games.
Yeah, that like I
It's for the commentary.
It bothers me when I have to sit there and have next on the sticks. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, that's different. That's different. Yeah, because then I'm just getting frustrated the whole time. I was like, come on, get me out of here. I don't even want to look.
I don't think it's entertaining to watch someone. When someone's nice and actually killing it, it's kind of entertaining to watch sometimes. So
That and like you got like your boys going at it, you busting each other's
Yeah,
balls, and it's a really good game. That's fun. That's sometimes at those moments I'm like, yo, I don't even want to play. I just want to see how this
true,
ends
but
out.
majority of the time you're wishing for that 21 skunk or whatever skunk.
Whatever skunk you decide.
Yeah.
Also, what's underestimated is the amount of female players. Apparently, like 40% of all gamers are female.
Yo,
Wow.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like especially like when I get on my shooter games, and it's cool because like when you get online and then you hear it's like, hey, all right, mic check, and hello. Oh, okay, all right. Let's see a little something.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It just throws you off. I'm just not used to that.
It might be
Your
a 12, it might be a
Mhm.
12-year-old that hasn't hit puberty either, man. You never know.
Yeah, we're having a conversation though. If we're playing online, I gotta find out like who I'm talking to. Like, it's cool, like what I've been playing with kids, but I'm not gonna be like,
Yeah. So
around this area. I go
to
middle school.
Bro, the kids these days are nothing like what it was back in like 08, 09, Modern Warfare 2. That like that like being online and live on that time, like they were wild now. They would call you all types of names.
Oh my god!
It was the worst. I used to back in the day. I used to hate getting online because you just like I'm gonna hear nigga at least like 12 times in the first 5 minutes.
Aren't you part of that generation? Aren't y'all part of that generation? You, Yonathan, and Nahum? Weren't you in those kids?
I think they
I
would.
wasn't saying, nah, not really. Like
actually, story checks out.
Teenager, like. Actually, yeah, I was like 14, 13. But look,
They start going down. Wait, but look though.
I wasn't saying that. I wasn't like those are like the white boys that be like in the suburban communities and feel like they can say whatever. They be calling you all type the N-word, like the cursing you out, and it'd be like, give me anybody on that joint. Like it'd be a 12-year-old from like Nebraska.
I used to do the same thing though. Talk so much smack.
I know.
But now but that not like the too disrespectful. There's a line to it.
Some of them were too disrespectful. Honestly, some of them crossing. They were doing the most. I don't mind like just like going back and forth, man. It's lit, type shit. That's straight. But like you going like saying all this weird shit, then they started doing some most and like
It's weird. Ayo, man. It's like I have this VR set, right? And there's this thing called VR chat or whatever, and I tried it out. I was like, screw it. Let me see what happens. Bro, you're like in a virtual world with other people. You see their not emojis, what's it called? Their avatars or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then I just see people, but you can also walk close to them and hear them speak. It's pretty trippy. Pretty trippy. Yeah, but then as I was walking around, like within 5 minutes, man, I saw these two kids. Of course, you can tell they're kids by their voice. You can't by their avatar. But like as I got closer, all I heard is them saying the most ratchet stuff to each other. And I was like, oh, yep, delete.
Yeah.
Bro, but that's the future though. Those VR games.
Bro.
Them joints is crazy. Remember we was in the Microsoft store that one time?
Yeah.
They like offer us like they had an open room when they offer us to come and like test out and like move around and like shit was crazy, bro. Like it's reaching the next level. Like VR is, man, I don't know.
You're sitting out there just
like actually being in the world though and feeling like you're in the world and like having sensors and all that shit like that, they're gonna reach that point like where you're fully immersed and like you ever watch Ready, what was that movie?
I know you're talking about Ready
Player One, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That type shit, bro. Would y'all do that shit? Like I feel like that's kind of like a way to get addicted to something, like going in virtual reality.
Bro, I'm telling you, I got this what hell's it called?
The VR.
This VR set, bro. It's very addicting.
Yeah, you've been hearing about like it's even getting into like the porn industry. You put it on and like it's just a matter of time. That's all it is.
People gonna be stuck at home. No one's gonna leave the house. Like everyone's
awesome. Everybody's walking out like vampires as soon as they see this. Back inside and put them shit right back on. You already know that's happening.
The corona would be over and people are still inside.
Yep.
Oh, bro, what if they just introduce like the ultimate virtual reality set? Like you're fully immersed in a different world. Like, and he's like, and now it's everyone's in coronavirus now, and they extend coronavirus. Now everybody's stuck at home, and they get people hooked on virtual reality. And then by the time they find a vaccine, everyone's ready hooked to virtual reality, so they can control people.
Bro, I'll tell you straight up, I'm
I
already
think it's
hooked.
too far. Am I going?
Yeah, you're going down the.
I'm already hooked because like I don't watch Netflix other than on the VR set because it feels like either I can watch it like I'm watching TV, like I'm on a couch and then a big ass TV is right in front of me, or I can watch it like I'm in a movie theater with a huge screen.
Dog, you don't know what I'm saying. I'm
Pretty
talking
dope.
about next level. Like, if they open that, they can create, like Sims.
Yeah.
Bro, like, if people can have an escape and go to a different virtual reality, you know how many of the population would do that? Like, your life is 10 times better. You live in a mansion, and you you have like whatever you want type shit. Like, all your dreams is there.
Yo, you should work on that game, man.
Bro, no, that's gonna ruin society, bro. Like, people gonna be stuck home. It's gonna be like,
nah, but you know who's gonna be hurt the most? It's gonna be rich people. They're like, dang, well, I'm rich in the real world, but when I go to the virtual world, I'm kind of poor.
Bro,
people protest. People won't like. Rich people can get away with shit. Like,
I had the VR mod like a year and a half ago with my old phone. Bro, yeah.
Wow, it worked out perfectly.
Well, how do you know about that?
No, I had that joint, right? And they would let you watch NBA games on that joint. And I would basically sitting at first row. I turn my head this way. I see Stephen Curry coming down, hitting a three and walking back.
Yeah,
Bro.
it's amazing.
Wow, that's pretty dope.
That's crazy.
But it hurt my eyes though after a while, like because you're like right here.
Yeah, those are one of the ones that are just head guided. Like there's some that have like 4 degrees of freedom or whatever, or 6 degrees of freedom. Mm-hmm. But like I remember on a VR set, it wasn't mine. It was my friend borrowed it from someone. It was actually like the week, like maybe not even a week, bro. Maybe 3 or 4 days before Kobe died. I was watching his last game, his 60-point game in 360, right? So dope.
I know.
So good.
I'm waiting for that PlayStation 5 to come out with that VR.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting to find out which one's gonna be better, PS5 or the new Xbox. What is the X
PS5? PS5 for sure.
Xbox has been winning like the last 3 new installments though.
Xbox is gonna win off of graphics. Mm-hmm. It's gonna win off of like just most things, but like somehow PlayStation has like some core fans that are just never gonna switch.
They have core games linked to PS, like Sony and PS5 like that. Like people have to go and play only.
I mean, Xbox got their core games like the
Halo. But PlayStation has the better ones though. I almost bought a PlayStation 4 just for Spider-Man.
Bro, they have
Xbox doesn't have Spider-Man.
Yeah, I still want Spider-Man so bad.
But doesn't Xbox make you? I don't have a game system, but doesn't Xbox make you pay for like monthly to get the Xbox Live or whatever?
Live.
Right.
$60 for a whole year. I mean, that's not bad.
PlayStation doesn't make you pay, right? Like you can get online.
I think they do now. I think they do now.
PS3
they do.
PS3.
But the controllers, the controllers for
Oh yeah, the batteries, having to switch batteries and everything. That's so stupid. I don't know.
They don't have the chargeable thing. You can't just charge it up.
There's a rechargeable one you can buy, but
like you got
Xbox. Xbox. Yeah, I charge mine up.
Yeah, but like PS, you just stick it in and you continue playing. You don't have to worry.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, girl, what did you say?
I said that's what she said.
Okay.
Bro, they had one time.
It's not that hard. Come on.
Virtual reality experience, like in school, they were showing us different VR sets they had, and they had one where it was like you were on the top of a building, and they had like the other side of like the cliff, like you had to walk out. Or like
the plank.
The plank. Yeah, they had a plank.
Right.
They had a plank. So I was
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I was walking on a plank and I looked down. I was so scared, even though I knew I was in virtual reality. I didn't want to jump. My heart was actually beating on my chest.
It's so realistic.
Like, what is going on? I know if I step, I'm not gonna fall down, but it's like it still was so like. A lot of people couldn't even do it, and it was like, oh, they was too scared. I was like, I jumped and I felt like I was dropping for a second, but I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it can help you get rid of your fears too. Like you scared of swimming, like you. VR swimming.
It would be a good tool for that.
The thing I would be scared of is you probably let people, when they start playing those video games and killing people in the VRs, you're going to get even more desensitized than they are right now, and then come into the real world and start killing people then as well.
they
Yeah.
can say that. I don't feel like violence and video games are like directly linked. I don't know if that's ever been really proven, like that kids are more violent because they play video games or something like that.
I'm just thinking.
I think like when you're like 4 years old playing like GTA, like gotta have some kind of effect.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's it's also being a parent, getting them to sort of teaching them, all right, that was playtime, like back to reality type shit,
also they do have labelings on the game. They don't be listening to them though. It's teen
Yeah.
like
No one listens. No way. I was playing GTA at like 6 years old.
I was playing M games.
What? 6 years old?
I was playing GTA at 6 years old.
My PS2.
Did you even know how to read at that age?
No, he knew how to kill before he knew how to read.
Bro,
I know how to take cars.
Trained killer.
Cars.
You see that little Hitman tattoo on the back of his neck? That's Nahum right there. Do you even know what Hitman movie I'm talking about? Nah, yeah. See, that's the age right there. I saw it because as soon as I said it, he did this. He said,
He's like, oh.
I gotta see
everybody was just laughing, but yeah, I get it.
Yo, what were you playing? San Andreas? Were you CJ?
me?
I have no idea. I just remember taking people out of their cars, like how they drive on the street.
Fahad, he didn't
Open
know
the
how
door,
to
you
read.
throw them out. Throw them out. You throw them out the cars and then try.
And then you kill enough people, you run away from the cops, they come after you.
Yep, all that.
A very similar game. I just got Watch Dogs 2. I feel like it's the same thing. I don't know if anybody's ever played Watch Dogs 2. No,
I haven't played it, but it's like it's like GTA.
Exactly like it.
Okay.
GTA is lit, bro. One time I finessed, we got my dad to buy his GTA, and we got back to the crib, right? And we had a basement. We played downstairs in the basement just because San Andreas be on some weird, crazy shit. So we playing downstairs, and we hear him to come downstairs. We're like, damn, turn it off, but we didn't turn it off quick enough. And he came on the wrong time, like yo, shorty, what's good? Like he was doing the most, and this little prostitute come by and stuff, and he was doing the most, bro. I'm like, huh? We looked at each other like. He took the game. We went all the way back. He went back to the store and like broke it and put it in the trash.
Oh yeah.
After the parents for you, bro.
Wow.
Yeah,
Went back to the store.
That's the thing. They always come at the worst times. Everything is like is nice, good, wholesome. They'll come when like that one scene is on TV. That one scene.
Mm-hmm.
You got caught watching your porn, Mahad?
No.
Sounds like it.
Like, nah, they wrestling. They just wrestling. They out of breath. It's hot in there. Gosh, you don't even know, Dad.
There's a whole story behind it.
Yo, and on that note, like, Netflix has porn.
No, really?
What?
Dog, I remember, all right, I was on TikTok a couple days ago, and there was there was like this thing. It was like, I go to Netflix, look for the movie Love, and just record the reaction for the first, like 30 seconds, whatever. So I saw it, and like I'm even looking in the comments, I'm like, nobody's saying, what it is. I'm thinking like some sick shit. I don't know. So I turn it on, and I'm just like, okay, and I'm fast forwarding the entire movie. It's just like I didn't sit there and like watch the entire movie. I'm just fast forwarding the whole thing. And I'm just like, all right, now they're gonna get into a real story. And she's giving them a blow.
Pause the movie.
Well, I was at first. I'm just like, I'm waiting. I'm just like, all right, this is. So get to something serious after a while. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna fast forward. No, all right, more clothes, more people.
The TikTok.
Hey, an hour and a half later, it's still the same thing.
On Netflix, though.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Was there like a warning before you watched it?
Yo, they've been saying too, like Netflix is,
Is it me? Is that me? Oh.
No, it's Lincoln.
Like
I was about to say.
Like I was saying, they've been saying that, Netflix is supposed to be in trouble with all these other, streaming services, but I guess that's their way of making up for
I
it.
read an article about that, actually. They said, like, they're not able to sustain their business model for the long term because of all these other streaming services coming in, taking their property. And the only way they can keep it up is, like, doing original, like, films and original TV shows. But in order to do that, they have to raise the price to, like, somewhere like $40 a month or something like that to make a profit. That's why I read, like,
They got to keep you up to keep them up.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's where the porn comes in.
Yeah.
They'll be happy either way.
They're going a different route. That kind of makes sense. They might, because they already have a kids one and a regular one. They might just create an adult one, and you have to like.
They're about to get their own like BET Uncut used to have it back in the day.
BT and cut, yeah.
I'm not the only one that woke up at 3:00 in the morning and see.
I heard about it. I never.
Pit drill. You never saw it?
Oh, BT cut. The music videos and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I know that.
BT Uncut. That shit.
Yeah. There you go.
I got woken up by George Lopez. That dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever you hear that coming on, just
Dun.
it must be 3 a.m. All right. See some ass before school.
Old school music videos, man. No plot line, bro. Just
Yeah.
lined up and shaking ass.
Just get a girl to twerk and a credit card.
They got
it.
plot-
Right now, this is very misogynistic. That period will not be a reflection of this podcast. We are
Wait. I don't think
We
they
are
got
for
plot lines.
feminism.
They don't got plot lines in there now. It's still the same thing.
Oh, music videos?
So I feel like
I mean, it depends. Even back in the day, like there's some music videos with good plot lines, and now there are some too.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm talking about
many men.
So that says, yo, I got the Playboy for the articles. Mhm.
Yo, actually though, I remember there's this. No, like actually, I remember in Malcolm X's autobiography, there's a point where he was giving like an interview to Playboy or something. I was like, dang, they actually have actual articles.
Did you get?
Let's see.
I didn't read it.
Of course you didn't read it. He's like, yeah, that's not what we're here for today. All right.
I mean, it's an old thing. It's an old thing. I didn't know how long they were running that.
Yeah, when did y'all find out that Martin Luther King used to like cheat on his
J. Cole.
J. Cole, yeah.
Really?
Cole?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it.
I didn't know. Yeah, J. Cole. That's definitely when I found out, bro. Like, I didn't know. I was like, bro, that shit was like, huh. Damn.
What did
like never do anything like that, but
man, people, bro. Like humans are
A
humans.
long time ago from, I think, like family members that,
I don't know if that
came
doesn't
up.
take away from what he did, for the Civil
Yeah.
War, but it definitely paints a different picture. Like, okay, man, he wasn't perfect. Like, he wasn't like this figure like that. Never did anything wrong, but
Yeah.
Very true. But yeah.
I mean, like, not saying anything else, but I just mentioned Malcolm X. FBI were tracing him for a long time. No cheating scandals.
That's true.
Good man.
True. But you remember who he was before he was Malcolm X, though.
He got everything out the way in his earlier life.
I was like,
Yeah, what was his name?
Detroit Red.
Detroit Red, yeah.
The only reason I know that is because we was playing Black Card Revoke, and I was just doing that shit. So it was
okay. Yeah, Detroit Red got all that out the way, from like
one of the biggest
stealing
pimps
to
out of
drugs to women
Detroit.
to like everything.
That's Malcolm?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
man.
a big
No
pimp
idea.
before.
You gotta watch the movie Malcolm X with Denzel Washington. That's like a must watch for sure. Like,
Bro, I read the autobiography too. Like that,
Yeah.
Spike Lee did a really good job with that. But still, the autobiography is awesome. Just reading that, it's a good read.
actually, I haven't read it yet. Anyway, I should read that.
It's dope.
Hey, man.
So I just watched a documentary about the Black Panther movement. It's like a PBS documentary.
Oh.
That joint was
PBS.
tough, man. That joint was like everything that's happening now is telling like Lincoln like is a reflection of what's happening like back then, like the revolution, like the dialogue about like police brutality. It was like kind of eerie to watch it, but they actually got a movement together and they actually like had guns. They were flexing on the street, like they had real like pride and stuff. It was a different time in the 70s, man. I mean, it's late 60s and 70s, bro. But yeah. Crazy. Huey, what's his name? Huey
P. Newton. Q Newton.
Yeah. But when he came back, it was kind of the documentary say when he came back, he started wilding out a little bit, and that's how like. But the FBI was like going inside and trying to split the leaders from each other. Like, yeah, it's definitely a good watch. You definitely should see like how the FBI infiltrated the Black Panther movement.
Definitely. Well, a lot. There's a whole lot of stuff that we're still working on, but hopefully with time, we don't have a third time, going through this history again. Yeah, definitely like it. Definitely liked it. Learned a lot about Yonathan fighting giants.
Those are the real heights. I'm not going back on my word.
He was
Oh, yeah.
6'6".
He was at least 6'6". You know what I'm saying? At least 6'6". At least. If I had to look up, he got to be at least 6'6", because that wouldn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
He was fighting Boban. John Wick out here fighting Boban.
I only fight when I gotta defend myself. I committed like real good self-control. Yesterday. So proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put
Respect. We all peace. All peace.
all peace, all love. I'm not going out like that, but next time that happens, I'm definitely peacing someone if they're sober.
So people watch.
You should have. Gator don't take no shit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? These hands.
Gator don't play.
Yeah, Gator don't play. Gator's bitches better be wearing rubbers. Oh man! All right, we'll leave it on that note. That and Grums.
Don't vote. Don't forget to vote.
Oh, okay. Don't forget to vote and Gator don't take no shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, checking
All
out.
right.
All right.
Thank you all for joining us again. We'll see you guys soon. Have a
All right,
good night.
guys.